Right, guys. Shot one today. Just in case you're curious to see what it looks like when the strapping's up there against the sleepers. Let me take you up there. You get a chance to see what we were talking about. So it's all strapped 16 inches on center from this side, laid out that way. So when we start our sheets, by the way, we're using 12-foot sheets. 2 sheets gets across the room, and then we gotta have one seam, and then we'll have 2 seams, because then we'll start the middle 12 in the middle, and then each side we'll have to cut a piece in. So anyways, but so you can see that we were using 14-inch LVLs, and the only way to really fill in that bay was with 2R30s, which are made for 8-inch walls. So I don't know, they allow for a 2x8 is 7 1/4, and then so I think they leave 7 and a little bit extra, so but it ends up pushing down just a little bit below the bay. So you can see there's your 2x4 sleeper, there's your 3/4, and now the back side of the drywall is going to be right here, and that allows for your air space, and that's what the foil guys want. So yeah, you lose 1.5 inches of ceiling height, but we're over 9 feet. So we have finished floor to finished ceiling about exactly 9 feet for ceiling height. So I guess if you're not limited to a lower ceiling height, the little extras doesn't really bother it too much. But that gives you your radiant barrier, so that allows the radiant heat to bounce back down once it gets up through the drywall. Anyways, that's what it looks like. And then we use those 2x4s, as you could call it, a plenum space, because we don't really like drilling through structural members like LVLs. Typically, you get a guy who would just start drilling through, even though the center of the LVL is really not doing too much except for in shear. When there's shear stresses on it, it's important that there's nothing really bothering it, but anywhere along the bottom of the LVL, the top's not a good idea to drill. So, but rather than not deal with any chances, because this is a 24-foot span going across this whole length, we're not drilling at all, so the integrity's there on our structural members. And all we do is just come to the underside of the structural member for any mechanical stuff. So there's your 1.5 inch pipe, and you could see that it couldn't get under the strapping, so we just spliced the strapping on either side of it, and now the drywall gets to pass and cover right over it. So that's a reason why these sleepers work for us, because then it allows us to hide mechanicals up in there too. And now we'll come along and we'll actually get our plates now, and we'll plate across wherever there's a chance for a wire to be hit or a pipe. So that's what we're going to be doing now, because our drywall's coming tomorrow. So anywhere where a pipe comes close to a wire, if you had a notch, we're going to plate across that, because we don't want to be accidentally putting any screws in our wires or our pipes. So the price of my dad says, for the price of the plate, just it's worth 97 cents of having to come and repair something like that's not fun after. So we put our plates across, and that stops the drywall screw from going to puncture anything. All right, guys, that's it. We're getting ready to get our boom truck's gonna come and boom into this deck for us. We'll have them come on the side and boom halfway on here. Then we could just slide them right off the forks, and then we'll set them right there. We got 21 sheets to do the walls and the ceiling in this bedroom. So we'll be hanging drywall tomorrow. All right, guys, and then you see the remaining bundles for this little foyer, and we have some 3.5. We're gonna soundproof the washroom. We'll be doing that today, and then we're gonna soundproof the bathroom wall so we don't get any sounds through there. So we'll be filling that in. And then this area we're gonna get after, because we have to come and tie in our stairwell, and we want to be able to tie in that stairwell ceiling here before we start trying to drywall or cover or insulate. So we'll hold off. We're gonna stop our drywall right at this edge, right at the edge where this glass transom's gonna be going, and then on that side will be done 100%. We'll put our pocket doors in. We're gonna drywall right up to here, return, and then we can close our bedroom doors when we go to do this side, so I'm not making a bunch of dust on the finished side. Over here will be all finished flooring and everything else. Alright guys, that's all we had to share. Just strapping on top of 2x, and we used 2-inch screws there, so in case there was a wire somewhere up under a 2x4, we didn't puncture through and hit anything. So that's it. There's your radiant foil ceiling, ready for drywall. Guys, we'll make another one as we make progress. Take it easy.